Well, thank you all for being here today, and welcome back to the White House. Mr. Mayor, my mayor in the city of Wilmington, Jim Baker, when I got elected, he assumed that he got an office in the West Wing. But he has a telephone number that is accessible. Hi, Jim, how are you? Thank you all for being here. It's great to be with so many leaders who are literally, to use that shop-worn phrase, on the front lines where the economy lives and dies and where people are struggling, and you have to deal with it every day. You know, in a long career in politics, there's one overwhelming reason why I never ran for mayor, Richie. It's too hard. They have got your phone number, and they know where you live, and they come and they use it. Well, President Obama and I are turning that around. We want you to know you can have our phone number, and you know where we live. And we expect you to use it. Already we've met with you and the Conference of Mayors over half a dozen times. Too often in the past, America's cities have been neglected, and our mayors haven't been able to be heard on the questions of national policy. That's a story you all understand and know very well. But we know how important cities are. 65% of our nation's population, as you all know, live in our cities. Our cities are the home of 7 out of 10 American jobs. And when you're talking about the knowledge economy jobs, the number rises to 8 out of 10. Cities are vital to our economy, essential to our recovery, and haven't been paid much attention to. Our economy can never reach, in our view, its full potential if we have people who are living blocks away, but worlds away from the bustling downtowns full of opportunity. Our poor transportation systems don't provide mobility that people need to get to the job, or there aren't enough police or firefighters in the communities to keep the community safe. And that's why the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act President Obama signed this week, I think, includes unprecedented investment in American cities. Simply stated, that's the commitment made in this law. Now, the hard part, in one sense, is up to us. We got to make this work. We got to make it work for our people. We got to make it work for our cities. We got to make it work for all our people. The American people have trusted their government with an unprecedented level of funding to address the economic emergency we face. In return, we have to prove to them that their dollars are making a difference in their communities. We've already set up a website, recovery.com, which will show where and how the money is being spent. The public can actually go on a website and see how we're spending this money. President Obama has been insistent during his campaign and from the time we won on accountability and transparency. All of you know if we don't meet that minimum threshold, the likelihood of the public trusting us to do this kind of thing is going to evaporate very rapidly. Transparency is vital, and effectiveness is paramount. These investments are a huge opportunity to create jobs today and strengthen our economy for tomorrow. We've designed this bill to save or create over 3 million new jobs. And we'd like to see it do even better than that. And that's where your efforts come in. You're the ones who know the areas that give us the greatest return on our investment. You know it better than we do. You're the ones who know which projects will crystallize private investment and even greater growth in your cities. And the world's watching. The world's watching to see how well this is going to work. And we need your help. We need your help in making it work and work quickly and effectively. As of today, we're 1 month into this administration. Although I said to the President in the past, it feels like a little longer than that. But we are 1 month into this administration. And think what the President's already done. Already signed into law is the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act. We've expanded state health insurance, children's health insurance programs to cover an additional 4 million children. We put forward, we put forward a plan to reduce preventable home foreclosures. We've won passage of the largest economic recovery effort since World War II in a month. In a month. So the results of the President's leadership and your help are already there and clear for everybody to see. But it's been a great privilege to also see how much this President has done behind the scenes to make this happen. I've been here for 8 presidents. For 8 presidents. You can tell by my look. I've been here. But I want to tell you something. The hard choices the President's made, the patient outreach he's done, the firm resolve he's shown. The results of this work, I think, speak for themselves, but I'm pleased to speak about the man who made these results happen. There is so much more to do, so much more. But already, President Obama has put our nation on a path toward greater recovery. Not only greater recovery, but greater decency, greater fairness, greater opportunity, along with economic recovery. For years, many of us have hoped for such accomplishments. And in just 1 month, an incredible new president has made this a reality. So please join me in welcoming the President of the United States of America, Barack Obama.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Please have a seat. Thank you. Thank you so much. And whenever I have the opportunity to meet with mayors, I think about how I got my start doing what you do each day, working with folks at the local level and doing our best to make a real impact on the lives of ordinary Americans. And that's just another reason why I'm so happy to welcome all of you here today. I want to offer, take a little personal prerogative here and welcome my own hometown mayor, my friend Rich Daley. His steady leadership has proven again and again that the American city can be a place of boundless opportunity and a source of solutions to our public problems. He has made a deep and lasting difference in the quality of life for millions of Chicagoans. I'm surprised he's still talking to me because I stole Arnie Duncan from him. But I'm confident that he will continue to make great strides. I see friends from all over the place. Some old friends, not old in years, but people who I've known a long time. My other hometown mayor, Mufi, it's great to see you all the way from Honolulu. We've got Mayor Riley and others who are in attendance. Shirley Franklin doing great work, and Mayor Villaraigosa and Mayor Dellums you got the California contingent. So I'm grateful to all of you, and I think all of you understand that we meet at such an urgent time. You know, last night I signed an executive order establishing the White House Office of Urban Affairs, and I've chosen Adolfo Carrion to be its first director. Adolfo wrote a real success story in the Bronx as borough president, and now he's going to be working with all of you to write our next success stories in cities across the country. He's going to be responsible for coordinating all federal urban programs, and I've asked him to set up an advisory council with mayors and other urban leaders so that we can develop a new metropolitan strategy based on the lessons that you've learned. Now, rebuilding our economies and renewing our cities is going to require a true partnership between mayors and the White House, and that partnership has to begin right now. Those of you who've traveled great distances to be here come from different parties and philosophies. You govern very different cities. They're made up of different citizenries with different demographic makeups. But today, in the face of our common challenges, you're all hearing the same stories. I know because I'm getting letters from constituents all across the country in many of your cities. But you're on the front lines in our communities. You know what happens when folks get laid off or they lose their homes or their health care, and they turn to the mayor's office for help. And just as your services stretch, your classrooms get crowded, and your streets grow less safe, your budgets shrink. You can't deficit spend. So you face impossible choices, raising taxes, cutting